Welcome to Bookstr News. I'm your host Gracie, and this is where we talk about all things bookish. First, we've got an update to the Florida book ban. In case you missed the episode last week, recently Florida legislation is limiting the kind of books that are allowed in public schools, with any violation of this resulting in a felony charge. As a result, teachers have been covering or removing their books. One area for controversy is the study of African American history, specifically on contemporary topics like critical race theory or queer history. To combat this, Chicago publisher Haymarket is offering free Black History ebooks with a special emphasis on targeting those affected in Florida. As of now, 3 books are already available on their website. Now, let's talk about some amazing news from the Grammys this past Sunday. Viola Davis gained EGOT status with her Grammy for Best Audiobook, Narration, and Storytelling Recording, the subject of the award being Davis's very own memoir, Finding Me. We have a clip here where Davis accepts the award and speaks about her inspiration. Check it out.
I wrote this book to honor the 6-year-old Viola, to honor her life, her joy, her trauma, everything. And it has just been such a journey. I just EGOT.
In case you don't know, EGOT winners are people who've won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and a Tony, so it's ridiculously hard to get. Davis marks the 18th person ever to receive the EGOT status and the 3rd Black woman, following behind Whoopi Goldberg in 2002 and Jennifer Hudson in 2022. Next, Amazon's Kindle Unlimited, a book subscription service, has been getting some backlash from authors and readers across the board. Recently, some indie authors' books were removed from the KU library due to their work being pirated across the internet. Amazon has a strict policy against their novels being posted on other ebook sites, so the company's bot matched these pirated books and counted it as the author's fault, even though the authors have nothing to do with their work getting pirated. As a result, some book influencers called for unsubscribing or striking against Kindle Unlimited. However, authors were quick to say that striking will actually just hurt the royalties they make. Author royalties on KU are based on readers' per-page rate, so if a lot of users unsubscribed, not only are the authors getting less royalties, but Amazon may see the decrease in cash and lower the rate. As of now, the best way to help affected indie authors is just to complain directly to Amazon about it. Then, in more recent news from Europe, Ukraine has removed 19 million books that are either Soviet-era or Russian from their libraries. This news doesn't come from out of nowhere, though. Ever since 2014, when Russia annexed Ukraine's Crimean Peninsula, Ukraine has started a de-Russification process that has since been sped up in the past year of Russia's recent invasions. Previously, 44% of Ukraine's libraries were in Russian. Yevgenia Kravchuk, deputy head of the Ukrainian Parliament's Committee on Humanitarian Policy, said that this percentage was regretful to the Ukrainian people, especially considering only about 30% of the population speak in Russian. Finally, Salman Rushdie is releasing a new book. This is his first book being released since his attack 6 months ago, where he was stabbed before giving a public lecture. At the time, Rushdie had been living under a threat of assassination ever since he released the book Satanic Verses in 1989, a novel that caused major outrage in Iran. And in August of 2022, an idiot, as Rushdie calls him, stabbed him. Yeah, stabbed him. Thankfully, Rushdie has mostly recovered since then. He still suffers from loss of vision in his right eye and damaged nerves in his left hand, but he doesn't want people's pity. He just wants to promote his new novel, Victory City, an epic that takes place in the southern Indian subcontinent during the 14th century. That's all we have for this week's news. Although sometimes the world, including the book world, can seem a bit bleak, it's always great to see amazing achievements like Viola Davis's accomplishment and Salman Rushdie's brand new book. What do you think about this week's episode? We'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions down below. As always, I'm your host Gracie, and this is Bookstr News. If you want to hear more from us, be sure to like and subscribe. And also make sure to check out our website for more bookish content. We'll see you next week.